Hey guys, I'm back again and I'm here to discuss the voting for your best or favorite, I should say your favorite Black classic novel from a Black male writer. First, I'm going to talk about how this is going to work. So I will be putting the vote up tomorrow, 6 p.m. CET, which is 12 p.m. EST time, and the voting will go for 24 hours. You will go to my community page right here on the YouTube, so very easy to do. I'll put a little video here. So you will go to my channel page, and where normally you see video, you will look all the way to the right and you will see community. You hit the community button and it will take you to the poll. And there, all you have to do is click on the one that you want to vote for. The poll will be running for 24 hours. So when the 24 hours runs out, which will be the 29th, 12 p.m. EST, 6 p.m. CET on the 29th, you can come right back here to the community page and you can see the winner. Of course, I will announce it in a short here on YouTube and also in my stories over on IG. But if you miss those, you can come right here to the community page and you can see the winner. So that's how the voting is going to take place. Now, what are you voting for? So if you didn't see my video that I short that I put up earlier in the month, I will go through the books again. So the first book is The Known World by Edward P. Jones. Of course, I had to pick this one because this was our Read So Lit read along for this month of February. If you didn't catch the live discussion with Tatiana and Michael and I, you can go right on over, hit the live button and check it out. If you don't want spoilers, I suggest you not check it out until you've finished reading the book. So this book, I'm just going to give you a little synopsis for people who don't really know. It says Henry Townsend, a Black farmer, bootmaker, and former slave, has a fondness for Paradise Lost and an unusual mentor, William Robbins, perhaps the most powerful man in antebellum Virginia's Manchester County. Under Robbins's tutelage, Henry becomes proprietor of his own plantation as well as of his own slaves. When he dies, his widow, Caldonia, succumbs to profound grief, and things begin to fall apart at their plantation. Slaves take to escaping under the cover of night, and families who had once found love beneath the weight of slavery began to betray one another. Beyond the Townsend estate, the known world also unravels. Low-paid white patrollers stand watch as slave speculators sell free Black people into slavery, and rumors of slave rebellions set white families against slaves who have served them for years. So we thoroughly enjoyed this one. It's a real powerhouse of a book, told in a very particular way. Highly recommend you checking this one out. So maybe you'll vote for The Known World. The next book I have here is James Baldwin's Go Tell It on the Mountain. Now, this is a very popular book from James Baldwin, and I have to say, I can't believe I haven't read this one yet. But it is definitely on my TBR, of course, to read. This is the one that is, I think considered to be semi-autobiographical. So it says, James Baldwin said of writing his electrifying first novel, I had to deal with what hurt me most. I had to deal with my father. Drawing on his boyhood in a religious community in 1930s Harlem, he tells the story of young Johnny Grimes. Johnny is destined to become a preacher like his father, Gabriel, at the Temple of the Fire Baptized, where the church swells with song and it is as if the Holy Ghost were riding on the air. But he feels only scalding hatred for Gabriel, whose fear and fanaticism make him cruelly abuse his family. Johnny vows that for him, things will be different. This blazing tale is full of passion and guilt, of secret sinners and prayers singing in the wind. So this is one that, I mean, everybody that I know that has read it just raves about how good this one is. So this is your second choice. Now, the third choice is also this one, which is a different drummer, William Melvin Kelly. Now, I did read this one last year, and it says, nearly 3 decades after its first publication, William Melvin Kelly's A Different Drummer remains one of the most trenchant, imaginative, and hard-hitting works of fiction to come out of the bitter struggle for African-American civil rights. Set in a mythical Blackwater Southern town, it is the extraordinary story of Tucker Caliban, a quiet, determined descendant of a magnificent African chief brought to America in chains. One day, for no apparent reason, Tucker salts his fields, burns down his house, kills his livestock, and heads with his wife and child for parts unknown, an act that sets off an unexpected mass exodus of the state's entire Black population. Against a tapestry of past and present, a wife's loyalty, a young boy's trust, a leading citizen's integrity, a crusader's conviction, and a Black man's emerging pride come into stark focus. A Different Drummer is a superbly written novel of compelling power and haunting impact. It is a tale of courage, independence, and the power of a grassroots struggle for human dignity. So, this is the third one. And the last one is A Lesson Before Dying, another great classic that, we all have read. If we haven't, this is one we all need to get to. It says A Lesson Before Dying is set in a small Cajun community in the late 1940s. Jefferson, a young Black man, is an unwitting party to a liquor store shootout in which 3 men are killed. The only survivor, he is convicted of murder and sentenced to death. Grant Wiggins, who left his hometown for the university, has returned to the plantation school to teach. As he struggles with his decision whether to stay or escape to another state, his aunt and Jefferson's godmother persuade him to visit Jefferson in his cell and impart his learning and his pride to Jefferson before his death. In the end, the 2 men forge a bond as they both come to understand the simple heroism of resisting and defying the expected. So that is the 4th novel. These are 4 great Black classics that, you should all have read. If you haven't, just hearing me read the description of each one should kind of give you an idea of which one you would like to try to read if you haven't read any of them. And if you have read them, you might already know who you want to vote for. So look out for the community page, which will be open for you to vote tomorrow, the 28th, and you will see a short on the 29th with the winner of who you voted for. So that's all I have for you today. Get out and vote, guys. Bye.